Hey guys, welcome back. So this is a video of completely new designs, just based on some beads that I've had, bangles or bracelets that I've had for a while. Now that I've actually had the time, I've come up with some themes and some of them are new designs altogether. So I actually had this beautiful rose gold Mother's Day bangle from a few years ago. I don't remember what year the release was now. But what I've done is I actually had a small collection of like rose gold or charms with rose gold on it. So some of them are two-tone, but then some are just completely rose gold. So I decided to just make like a mini bangle of rose gold. The only one that's not rose gold is this stopper. And the reason why this is here is because it doesn't have any threading. So if this opens, the beads won't fall off. It's just to protect them. So I've decided to reuse these beautiful rose gold Muranos that I got a few years ago. I did take them off the design I had them on because I felt like they didn't fit, but they go a lot better here. So I have that Christmas bell that was released a few years ago. So I actually brought a double because I love bells. So that's the first bead. The second one is a two-tone. It's got on the bail, it's got silver and clear CZs, and it's one of those pulsating hearts. Now you can get this in silver, but I liked this in gold because it had the red sort of stuck out a little bit more. So it's like a triple tone charm. Then I have this flower that I got online for like $39. It was part of that haul I got. I'm not sure if the flower, but I really think it's pretty, so it's sort of like the middle centerpiece. Double dangle drop. The bail is clear CZs and there's a rope. So one side is CZs, the other side is just a sort of rope. And then on the second heart, it says, "Where there is love, there is magic," and I got that as part of that haul. I really liked it just for that reason. And then the last charm, because the Murano matches the other one, is this two-tone Dreamcatcher charm that I found a while ago, and it says follow your dreams. Is my rose gold bracelet. The next one up is actually turned into a mini Game of Thrones. Now, the bracelet, I will say, is not Game of Thrones because I did not like those Game of Thrones bracelets. I felt like they were too flimsy. This one is a round barrel, no threading, snake chain Pandora bracelet. Again, this one is one of the ones with a stopper, so this is completely open, but those beads are not coming off because of the no threading. I wanted some security. So on each side we have the Ice and Fire Muranos, with each side having a dragon wrapped around it. Then we have one of Daenerys's eggs of the boys. So I have two of these, but I'm only putting one on here because the other one goes with its design. This one is the gold sort of pendant dangle, but you can wear it on a bracelet, so I wanted to keep it with its friends. Then we have Jon Snow's direwolf. At this present moment, the name eludes me. And then we have the actual throne itself, which I actually got for $25 because it was being discontinued. A lot of these were on sale beads. I don't tend to buy beads on sale anymore, brought outright, unless I really want them. I will wait if I have to get them. And then I've got the second Ice and Fire Murano. So this one's never going to have anything added to it. It's just pay homage to the years I spent loving and reading and watching Game of Thrones. This next one is an old bracelet, new design with new beads. So there's only two on here for a reason. So we have the retired Zodiac dragon, and he's got two red CZs for eyes, and he's got his little body that sort of curls around, and as he goes around he's got the CZs to capture his scales. So he is a Chinese style dragon, so he's not going to have wings. And then down here we have this year of the whatever it is. So we have the snake on a drop down pearl. So this is going to become a Chinese zodiac bracelet. The gold just happens to match. Next year is my year, the year of the horse, so I will see. I do have the rabbit from 2 years ago, from the year 23, but that's on my dad's bracelet. And I have a couple of older designs from many years ago. But this is a new concept, so I'm not really, this is going to be one of those slow to build bracelets. Again, a lot of my designs nowadays are, just because if I rush into designing something and I don't like it, then it takes me a few months to get back to it, and I don't tend to wear the ones I don't like. So it's just simply my Stranger Things Hellfire die, which is the D20, and every single side is different. You got the Hellfire Club logo, the HFC here, HFC Hellfire Club, and this is one of the newer sort of bracelets that I picked up in sale with the wings. I'm not quite sure why I chose this particular bracelet for this charm, but I don't really like the Stranger Things bracelet. I tend to have a thing about getting licensed bracelets. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. Didn't like Game of Thrones one, not too crash hot on the Stranger Things. So until I decide if I actually want to get the licensed one, I thought I would just pop it on here because it is a standalone bead. This will be a slow to design one. I'm not quite sure what the theme is. It's just I like the bead. I've wanted it since it came out, so I decided to buy it. Okay, this last one I was unsure if I wanted to share it, just because it's meant to be for my wedding day next year. So we decided, we got a date and everything, so we're just planning it all out now. This was sort of like a redesign. I had an engagement bracelet that I made because this bead here was the bead that I got with my engagement ring. But I sort of didn't like the design, and I sort of was buying the beads sort of one by one. And over time, I've gotten enough to make a design I'm somewhat happy with. I'll probably keep this the way that it is. It's very simple. It's very nice. It's got a lot of weddings themed beads on it. And then it's just got a few mismatched beads. So the clasp is rose gold. It's two-tone. So, because a lot of these beads are two-tone. I got this safety chain, which is hearts link. But I did put a stopper on it because I know from experience with this particular bracelet, the beads just fall off anyway. It doesn't matter if there's a safety chain on it, it just falls off. I don't know. Starting from this side, I've got my locket heart, and this is actually detachable, so it can be two, but I like to keep this one as one piece. Then we have this sort of two-tone heart. Now, they do say things like, family is love, you and me, blah, blah, but anyway. This is my bee that David got me for my birthday a few years ago, and it kind of represents how much we've grown. So over 7 years, we've been through a lot, done a lot, and I like the idea of bees growing. These used to be on my Chinese zodiac bracelet, but when I got the ones that I have now, I sort of didn't have a place for them, but being rose gold, they kind of match the theme, so I popped them on here. Next are the wedding bells that I got a little while ago. It says you and me, just married. And the bells actually have little heart-shaped rose gold hearts. Bride and groom. Now this is second-hand bead, so it's kind of like, you're something old as well as something new. Then the next one is my engagement bead, and it's got on the back the date, the time, and the place, but I won't show you that because, it does need a bit of a clean, so please excuse the bead. All of me loves all of you. And then on the back it's engraved. This is the wedding pillow with, the rings on there, and then right next door is the ones I got recently, which are also two wedding rings intertwined in a heart. I'm not sure if there's anything on the bail. There's just a little heart. There's the matching. Now, these are supposed to be pink, but they always look clear. They're actually pink, but they look clear. I don't know. This was a crown David got me or I got, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure David picked it out and I bought it, but it was going through a tough time, and it was just to remind me, you know, be strong. This was a bead that I got inscribed. So on one side there's a rose, and on the other side it's got Ash and Davy with a moon. And this is my heat up bead, and it changes colors eventually. And then the clip kind of goes with the theme as well, because it's got pink CZs. So the plan is I wear this on my wedding day, because I'm trying to keep my jewelry simple. So here's the changing colors slowly. I'm trying to keep it simple on the actual wedding day. I don't want to be overcomplicated, because it's going to be enough looking after my diabetic needs and things like that. So just something simple to wear, just for a little bit of, you know, flashiness, a little bit of shine on the day. I'm not too sure about the red heart. I feel like it sort of sticks out, because this is all like triple toned and different colors, but because it changes color, I like it.